Hi, Spivey Church. This is David Barnes. I am in the Jerusalem of Bulgaria, the Rila Monastery. It's the oldest surviving monastery in the region, and as you know, Bulgaria is it's the oldest country in Europe, but it's also one of the most ancient places on earth, so most populated. So the reason Rila Monastery is famous is because there was an ascetic, which is someone who wants to dedicate their life to avoiding temptation, avoiding the world, separating completely, sort of living a bare existence. Saint Iona moved out to the least populated place he could find in the middle of the woods, and he lived here for about 12 years, living in a cave, basically a hole. Basically slept on a rock for 7 of those years, just because he wanted to be isolated and close to God in prayer and focus on becoming a better person, so self-improvement. And as is the case, when people often focus on God, it draws other people to him. And so several people started gathering around him, becoming his disciples, and eventually they built a monastery, so to be alone but also together. So just to give you a look at how it grew over the years, it became a very big complex, and it is arguably, if you go to Bulgaria, apparently you come here. This is our first stop on the tour. So I want to show you what the isolation of a holy life eventually led to. And I don't think this is an accident. I think it's a pattern you see around the world. You encounter great wealth. So let me show you inside the chapel real quick. So as you can see, it's become absolutely ornate and beautiful in many, many ways. This is gorgeous artwork, gorgeous development. And it served not only the nation of Bulgaria and the Bulgarian people, but also as a spiritual hub and a center of not just aesthetic life, but spiritual life and Christianity throughout the entire region. Definitely in the Orthodox Church. This is probably one of the most sacred holy sites in all of the Orthodox Church. And when we say Orthodox, there are a lot of different nationalities of Orthodox, but it mainly means when the Holy Roman Empire split between what we call the Roman Catholic side and the Eastern side, that Eastern side became the Orthodox. And as we end Easter season, it's also good to notice that the Eastern Orthodox is famous, where we in the West tend to focus on the cross and the suffering of Christ. They focus much, much more on the resurrection and the hope of life. So I miss you all. I'll see you in a few weeks, and just want to show you a little bit of this.